Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Cheers to our crew being back together. I am drinking. It's super interesting. I'm hooked on these lately. Culture Pop. Has anyone tried Culture Pop sodas? This one is wild berry and lime. And they have probiotics in them and very little sugar. They're so delicious because they're light and refreshing. They're almost like a cross between drinking just like a bubbly water and a very, I don't think you can call it a soda because it doesn't feel cloyingly sweet or anything to me, but I'm in love with it. The Penn State, hi Joseph, first of all, performed two of Taylor Swift's songs as the first part of their halftime show. What? I got to go look that up. See, that's a good band. That's awesome. um, mm, where did I find them? I think I found them at Whole Foods. We have Whole Foods here in California. Do you have Whole Foods in Oklahoma? Is it everywhere? I don't know. Jennifer, you've had the watermelon one. I want to try that. I had a lemon lime and cardamom the other night, which was super delicious. Yeah, they're really good. You've been drinking the lollipop. Yeah. I think like it's sort of a trend right now with the brand, but I'm always up for anything that has like a good probiotic in it too. Yeah. Hi, Terry. Yes, I know. I am going to have a very busy October. In fact, I have some events here too in the Bay before that. So I fly Friday afternoon to St. Louis, do the event that night, and then fly back Saturday. So that's going to be a whirlwind. And then we head up to start all of the Ashland mystery prep like that Tuesday. The event kicks off on Friday, but I have a lot of like pre-work that I'm going to do. So yeah, it's going to be a very bookish October, but I'm not sad about it. And I'm super excited that I get to come to the Midwest. I was thrilled when the St. Louis Library invited me to come, and it's an amazing lineup of authors. Some of my favorite authors are coming. It's the first ever time that they're doing something cozy like this, and it's perfect for October. So if you can come join us, it's Friday, October 27th. So kick off Halloween weekend. It's a free event. Novel Neighbor, the bookstore, will be there selling all of the author's books, but also then just fun, like cozy socks and everything that you can think of that's like bookish to get you in the full fall spirit. So, yay. I'm so excited. So excited. What's the name of my drink again? It's called Culture Pop. Culture Pop soda. They have, it's kind of like, there we go. This one is wild berry, and you can kind of see I have it in a glass, but it's a very light color. Like what I actually, honestly, one of the things that I like about drinking something like this is if I spill it on myself, which I will, it probably wouldn't stain because it's not like, if you were drinking a real like grape soda or something. Yeah. No, they are seriously delicious, especially it wouldn't be a match if you're looking for like a true soda because they're not sweet at all. They're just lightly sweet. But I have thought like, ooh, Jules would do something like this. Or actually, Tech Guy is now hooked on hop water. You want to hop on and talk about your latest summer craze, Tech Guy?
Oh yeah, I'm drinking probiotic tonight too, but it's not. It's there's active yeast in the
Right.
beer. But no, I totally forgot about hop water. So I poured a beer. Now I'm almost regretting it. It is amazing. It's sparkling water with hops, and it tastes just like drinking a beer. It smells just like drinking a beer. I absolutely love it. I can have like six of them in a night and still drive home. So it's really great. No, I'm so excited to have found it, and they've got flavored ones, which I never thought would work, but like
Uh,
raspberry hop water,
the blood
that was a
orange.
good one.
The blood orange
Yeah,
is my
blood
favorite. Yeah.
orange was good. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
a bunch of different breweries are making it. Lagunitas. Uh, who else? I said that now I can't think of. Anyway, a bunch of breweries are making it, including Bear Bottle, which is a local San Francisco brewery here, and they have it on tap at their tap houses. So that's pretty cool.
Yes, they
Anyway,
do. I feel
yeah.
like Sloan is definitely going to get in the hop water game for sure.
Yeah, yeah, it's really good. You can find it if you're looking for it. If anybody's looking for it, go to the grocery store, go all the way to the end of the beer aisle, down past like the macro breweries like Bud Light, Coors Light, that stuff, and you'll find most grocery stores now have a non-alcoholic beer section. We've been trying some of the non-alcoholic beers. It's tough. It's really tough. We haven't found a great one yet. But with the non-alcoholic beers, you'll find hop water, and it's incredible. Yeah, I can't recommend it enough. If you like beer, you'll love hop water. If you don't like beer, you'll still probably love hop
Oh
water.
yeah, Amy is saying Athletic Brewing. You've tried a couple of the Athletic Brewing's
Yeah,
fake beer, and it is good. It's really close. I think because
they
we
are.
both love
Yeah,
hops, that's the only
yeah,
thing. Like once they perfect that, then
yeah.
it's sort of game over. Yeah.
But Amy's right. Athletic Brewing, a couple of their IPAs, especially, they're two of the more hoppy non-alcoholic brews that we've tried. Some of them have just been way too malty, and it just wasn't great. So,
Michelle, I just tried the Betty Buzz from Blake Lively. I read
yeah.
that she spent like a year and a half perfecting the carbonation level because she wanted it to be exactly the same as the bubbles you would find in champagne. Did you read that? Like, this is just such great material for the next Sloan. I'm taking it all in, and I love following trends too because I think it's really fascinating that we're sort of shifting culturally into these other like alternative options that are widely available. And I think back to like the 90s or something with non-alcoholic beer, it would have been, what was it called, like near beer, and it would have been disgusting, right? But there are so many just like beautiful alternatives, and I feel like that market is just going to skyrocket because especially Gen Z and below, they're not really interested in drinking alcohol, so it's going to be fascinating to watch, and I'm 100% going to weave this into a Sloan plot. Plus, sorry, Tech Guy, I'll let you talk in just one second,
Yeah.
but I totally feel like it's such a great plot for someone to want to murder someone because, there's no alcohol in their beer. I don't know. What were you going to say?
I'm trying to stay off on mute as much as possible. Sharon pointed out there's a loud static noise. It's actually one of the 3D printers is going. You can blame Sky Guy. He's got orders that he's got to get done. So somebody asked, when you say hop water, are they hoppy? Yes, it's literally sparkling water with hops in it. So Sierra Nevada Hop Splash is a really good one. That is a good one. And then I'll let you speak to this so I don't annoy people with the static.
Are there any non-hoppy? Yeah, there's a bunch of non-hoppy, non-alcoholic beers. That's a mouthful. Say that 3 times fast. Yes. In fact, I'll have to share some. I'll do a whole post because I've been doing a deep dive into research because I feel like Garrett and Sloan are going to be early adopters on this trend, and Nitro's going to be in the game. Nothing is like popping to mind right away, but I've tried a few, so I will definitely share those with you. What was I going to say? Someone asked about calories in the soda that I'm drinking, the Culture Pop, and I think it's like 40. Yeah, it's 40 calories. So, and very few sugars. I have to put my reading glasses on to see the sugar level. What do we have for sugar? I'm not getting paid by these guys either. If you were wondering. Where's sugar? No added sugars. 5 grams. So, compared to regular pop, yeah. Susan, your local book club is hooked on the Sloan series. Oh, I'm so excited. I've been figuring out a plan for the next Sloan, and I have like 4 ideas. I have an abundance of ideas of what I want to do. So I'm trying to sit with them all and decide which direction I want to take her, but I cannot. I cannot wait. Um, mm, Lenny, the lemon ginger. Yes, I had that one too. That was fantastic. It's so refreshing. Anyway, we aren't really here to talk about pop tonight, but I'm glad we are. Hi, Anne. Thanks for joining us. Thanks, everyone, for coming. Let's see. So, tonight, what we're really going to talk about is a group book club. And Tekka doesn't know this, but I cheated, and I'm going to let everyone vote tonight a little bit. Like, I'm not going to tell you the name of the book. I'm going to give you 3 options because these are 3 books that I read this summer and I love them all. My idea for the book club is I will always pre-read the book just because I don't want to read something based on a recommendation and then we're reading it together, and maybe the book goes south, or there's a really dark plot point that I wasn't anticipating, etc. So I'm going to sort of pre-read and screen them. And then I will pick a book each month. We're going to cheat and pick it together. And the tech guy will pick a book each month. You can read both of them. You can read mine. You can read his. It doesn't matter. And then next month, we'll come back and we'll talk about them. The other super fun thing is I am also going to be doing this in person here in the Bay Area. So, I just hit the microphone. Sorry. Once a month, I am going to be partnering with Lee's Books, my local independent bookstore here in Sunnyvale. Lee is amazing. Her store is incredible. In fact, when we first moved here, I was like, I have to find my people. And I went to a literary lunch and like immediately met all of my book people here. So once a month, starting in November, we're going to have an in-person book club at Off the Rails Brewing. And my goal is once a quarter, we're going to invite a mystery author, hopefully who, might be releasing a new book, to come down and do like a bigger talk. So it's going to be super fun. Lee's won't start until November, my partnership with her. So in the interim, this will be our September pick, and we will reconvene in October to discuss. Okay, so sorry, I'm just seeing Jennifer says, and what happens after a smoking bun? I'll tell you what happens after a smoking bun. The book that I just delivered on Friday, which is what? Book 19. Book 19. I think I don't know if we've landed on a title actually. It might involve scones, which was a recommendation from Andrew. Thank you, Andrew. I think the working title that we landed on with my editor is Sticks and Scones, but don't quote me on that for sure. Book 19 involves a lot of Lance. Lance is going to be doing a spin-off theater troupe. So there's lots more coming. And I'm just getting ready to map out book 20. I have a very clear idea of what's happening because there's some changes a brewing at Tort. So I'll tell you that much. Eek, I know. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if everybody did you. I mean, you've announced it before, but maybe everybody doesn't know that there are 3 more books coming after Smoking Bun.
Yeah, I mean, I'm at least going to write through book 21. The series has been extended through 21. And then I don't know, it's going to be interesting because I have an idea in my mind of what happens in book 21. And so then the question is, does the series continue at that point? Is there a spinoff? Does Lance take on? I have no idea after that point in my own vision. But this has happened before because I usually tend to write things in like 5 or 6 book arcs in terms of subplots. And oh, April, I'm so glad. And what a lovely birthday. Happy birthday to you. I tend to write things in like 5 or 6 book arcs in terms of character development, like where I see them growing in terms of like their own personal growth, not the murder, of course. And so I know what's happening through book 21, but after that, it's a little bit of a blank. That's happened before where then I'm like, oh, okay, now I know what's going to happen, or they tell me. So yeah, but I'm not even to book 20 yet. So we've got plenty of time to figure that out. Or I know I love Lance. I mean, come on. If you don't love Lance, then I don't think we can be friends, honestly. I was going to try to say something nicer, but nope. If you don't love Lance, then get out. If you tell me you love Richard, then we really have to talk. Right? I think Sharon, he could have a spinoff. It would just be, who's the crew that's supporting him, and yeah, I don't know. Linda, I know. The funny thing is I am pretty regimented about my writing routine. I write such solid hours every day that's really the core of what I do. And then everything else is secondary. But most of what I do, I feel like in terms of social or traveling is like world building for the series too. So really what I'm doing is I'm constantly extending how much time I live in an imaginary world. I don't know what that says about me. Okay. Hi, Suyin. Are you all moved in? How's life? How's coastal life? How are you feeling? It's probably beautiful right now, right? You're going to get into like New England fall season. Okay, but I digress. I have three options. I'm not going to tell you the names. I'll tell you the name of the book after I kind of work our way through the comments. And you can only pick one for this one. Of course, we could always come back and read another one for the next book club. Okay, so the first option, these are all mysteries, is what I would say kind of a modern spy thriller with a twist. If you like anything British, if you like James Bond, if you like a strong female protagonist, then this mystery is for you. Now, I will say the caveat for all of these is they're not, none of these are like traditionally cozy, but none of them are like dark, gory, violent. They're very tame. They're in the general world of cozy. They're in line with what I read, but they're not a traditional cozy. So, okay, that's your first option. Second option would be like a classic English village murder mystery. Okay, so we've got modern spy thriller with a strong female protagonist, or we've got English village with multiple sleuths of multiple ages. And then, last but not least, a very funny, irreverent mom who solves crime and also might be a criminal herself. You might already know based on these hints, one, two, or all three of them. So those are your choices. I've read all three. I devoured all three. I think we would have a lot to talk about and discuss. None of them, one of them is newer. The others, you can definitely probably get at a library or used secondhand too. So, um, Cruz and Karen, we need a name for our book club. I don't know. I have no idea. And I also want to weave in some rebel reads too, because I was trying to be really faithful about reading. We got to come up with one. Okay. Let's brainstorm. I know I'm feeling you both. We need a name. So let's think on a name. I'm seeing one or three too. Tekai, why don't you jump in and talk about yours? Modern spy thriller, three so fun. Well, I'm looking at comments. Okay.
Just because I only have one, you surprised me.
I know.
That's
I didn't tell
like
you.
you.
Ha! I cheated.
Great. Yeah. No,
I
I
know.
have one, and it goes back to the takeover I did a few months back, but I've actually started it now, and I had talked about it. But it's the Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers. I actually have the print copy, but I'm reading it on my Kindle because somebody got it for me as a gift after I'd gotten it for myself through a recommendation from our friends at Beach Books, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
they're
Uh-huh.
so awesome. Anyway, if any of you saw the Tech Guy Takeover, I talked about this book, and my hope for it was that it would be like Firefly, and I'm probably 150 200 pages into it, and it is. So it reminds me very much of that series, which is super exciting for me because I was so sad to see that canceled. So that's the one that I'll be reading. Well, I am reading. I'll continue reading, and anyway, if you want to pick it up again, it's The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers.
Courtney says it's a quirky space opera.
Yeah, yeah, that's a great way of describing it.
And Jennifer wants to see your Kindle because she thinks it looks archaic.
Antiquated. Antiquated. What? No, that was just the back of it. It's paper white. It's just a Kindle paper white. I don't know. It's like a year old, maybe. Yeah.
Firefly Jana, it was the best. Such a great ensemble cast, such a cool concept. I loved all the language in it. You know, it seems so realistic for like how language might evolve. I think that's the former speech therapist in me, but yeah. Sue, The Long Way sounds good. I need to read it too. I haven't read it either. So actually, because I have read, oh, I almost showed you all of them. Because I've read my three choices, I'm
Thanks,
going to read
Jennifer.
it. I'm going to read it too. I'll read the hard copy because you have your paperback copy. right? I can steal it. He's reading comments. He's not listening to me.
Yes, I'll let you borrow it, even though you sabotaged me with three choices when I only had my one measly one.
um Okay, book club ideas. Hi, Lillian. Turning pages together. Ooh, I like the sound of that. Yeah. Hit me up with more. Let's go. Let's think of a fun collective book club name. I'm so down with it. Okay, I feel like 2 is the solid winner in reading through comments while the tech guy was sharing his pick. So, we are going to go with English Village, all right? So, that is pick number 2. The Marlowe Murder Club by Robert Thorogood. Has anyone already read this? Um, it was such a delight. I'm going to read you the back cover to give you a sense of it. And then I'm not going to say any more about it because you're going to read it. I've already read it. I'll read the Tech Guys pick. And then next month we will talk. Tech Guys book is a 7-week wait at your library. Ooh, that is always a good sign, Diane. Yeah, I love it. Okay, to solve an impossible murder, you need an impossible hero. Judith Potts is 77 years old. Courtney, I'm looking at you, right? We love a feisty older sleuth. Judith Potts is 77 years old and blissfully happy. She lives on her own in a faded mansion just outside Marlowe. There's no man in her life to tell her what to do or how much whiskey to drink. And to keep herself busy, she sets crosswords for the national newspapers. One evening, while out swimming in the Thames, Judith witnesses a brutal murder. The local police don't believe her story, so she decides to investigate for herself and is soon joined in her quest by Susie, a salt of the earth dog walker, and Bex, the prim and proper wife of the local vicar. Together, they are the Marlowe Murder Club. When another body turns up, they realize they have a real life serial killer on their hands. And the puzzle they set out to solve has become a trap from which they might never escape. There she is, the Marlowe Murder Club. Cajun Peach, you already have it on your want to read at the library. Okay, that's great. You've heard of it, Sue. I think you're going to have well-baked book buds. I love that. Sorry, I got distracted by names. Yes, Diana, it's going to be a PBS. Oh, I hadn't heard that they're turning it into that. Yes, Joseph, I will share the other 2 titles too. A Senior Sleuth, right, Tiffany? Like it's so great. And all 3 of the women end up great. Well, I know I said I wasn't going to talk about it, so we'll wait. We'll discuss this in October. But that is my pick, the Marlowe Murder Club. If you've already read it, that's awesome. Come join in the discussion next month for sure. It's Robert Thorogood. Robert Thorogood. I have my thumb in the wrong place. Robert Thorogood, the Marlowe Murder Club. I'll post about this tomorrow once we come up with a perfect name. Okay, my first pick, the spy thriller, is Alias Emma by Ava Glass. Can you see that? I read this in, I think, maybe 2 hours. Okay, it might have been 2 days. Her alias is Emma. She's like a modern day James Bond, who is tasked with, well, should I just read you the back cover? Has anybody read this one yet? This came out this summer, so it's pretty new. Susan, you ordered it from your library. Yay, Kelly, they have it on your library. I always love it when a library has a title. That's awesome. A newly minted secret agent, Emma Makepeace, which is just a great fictional last name, has barely graduated from basic training when she gets the call for her first major assignment: transport an important asset, the handsome son of a Russian dissident, across London without being spotted or killed. With London's famous Ring of Steel hacked by the Russian government, the 2 must cross the city without being seen by the hundreds of thousands of CCTV cameras that document every inch of the city's streets. Buses, subways, cars, and trains are out of the question. Traveling on foot and operating without phones or bank cards, which could reveal their location, they have 12 hours to make it to safety. This will take all of Emma's skills and disguise, and just one wrong move will get her and her charge killed. I read this right when I got back from London. I was wishing that I had read it while I was in London because, well, I mean, I guess we're not going to talk about this one, but there's so many interesting things about sort of being underground in London and the tunnels and the Thames, and it's just so fun. It reads like a movie. It's definitely a page turner and light and fun. My daughter's named Emma, so I need to read this. Yes, Lisa, you do. You need to get it for her. And then my last one, The Modern Mom Mystery. I'm late to the game on this one, so I think a number of you have read it, but Finley Donovan is killing it. Oh my gosh, I laughed out loud so much. I just finished this one last week, and it's the first in a series, so now I am so hooked, and I have to go get the next one. It is just fantastic. Linda, how about Murder and Mayhem for a book club name? I love it. This, I mean, if this doesn't get you, here's the back cover. It's murder being a hit mom. Not a hit man, a hit mom. There you go. Finley Donovan is killing it, except she's really not. A stressed out single mom of two, a struggling novelist, Finley lays her life in, or finds her life in chaos. When Finley is overheard discussing the plot of her new suspense novel with her agent over lunch. I just love this part of the plot. She's mistaken for a contract killer and inadvertently accepts an offer to dispose of a problem husband. She soon discovers that crime in real life is a lot more difficult than its fictional counterpart as she becomes tangled in a murder investigation. It reminds me of when the tech guy and I were doing This Time It's Murder, but Finley's making it happen. Fast paced, delicious, witty, wholeheartedly authentic, and depicting the frustrations and triumphs of motherhood. Finley Donovan is killing it is the first in a brilliant new series, which is so true. I haven't laughed this much in a mystery for a long time, and there were some great twists that I wasn't expecting at all. Kim, right? Did you not love it? Maybe we should just at some point read it too, just so we can talk about it because it was so great. Anna, Louise, you already have it. This is the first. Yep. If you haven't read it, this is the first. And then I can't remember what the second is. I need to get that from my local library. I think, does it say in the back? Somebody's probably already read it. Finley Donovan Knocks 'Em Dead is book 2. My husband took me to the bookstore for my birthday. TBR is so big, right? I know, it's always a problem. So is mine. It's never ending. Mm-hmm. The sequel is great, Tammy. Okay. I can't imagine that it wouldn't be because this one is so solid. So yeah. Let's see. All 3 books sound awesome. Yay. Okay, good. Yay. You're going to love all of them for sure. Okay, so the way it's going to work, you pick the tech guy's book or mine. I hope I didn't confuse you with sharing 3, but it's fall, you're in the mood for mysteries, right? I'm in the mood for mysteries. We're all in the mood for mysteries.
If they could read them both, they wouldn't necessarily need to pick one or the other, right?
You mean yours and mine?
Yeah, or all 3 of yours and mine. I mean, some of these people are really fast readers. So.
Exactly, right? Okay, but just to recap, mine is The Marlowe Murder Club by Robert Thorogood, and Tech Guy, yours is?
Mine is the Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers.
So, between now and next month, read the book. We'll reconvene. We'll discuss. We're both going to pull questions, but then we want it to be as much of a discussion as it possibly can. So things you loved, things that drove you crazy, if you want more, who you would recommend the book to, all of that. The literary sipsters. I like it, Courtney. I know, Jennifer, I'm sorry. I apologize. Anytime I do a book one, I feel slightly guilty, but then I don't because we should all be reading more, right? Yeah. Let's see, Megan, I think the Murder Club is the first in a series too. Yes. I picked all first in a series for that reason. Because I never Alias Emma has a sequel coming too. This just came out this summer, but I already know that there's going to be a sequel for sure.
This is the first in a series too.
Yeah, good.
Just saying. So I picked the first in a series too, even though I wasn't let in on all the details of tonight's live.
Do you need details?
Yeah.
details, schmeetails, whatever. I think it's good to pick the first in a series because then you can decide if you love it, you can keep going with it, and if not, you can, pass and move on. Wendy, hi Wendy, page partners. I love it. Oh my gosh, these are such good suggestions. Okay, what I'll do tomorrow is I'll pull a bunch of these choices and I'll do a poll on Facebook and then we can vote on the name of our book club. And I'm sure at some point the tech guy can make stickers or something, right? Right. Um,
Totally.
let's see, what else do they need to know? You can totally come next month even if you haven't read the book. That's fine too. It won't be exclusionary, although there could be spoilers. That's the only warning, right? That if you come and you haven't read the book, we might be sharing spoilers. But aside from that, yeah. Page it forward. There you go. Hi George, how are you? So good to see you. So good to have the crew all back. Hello, hello. Did we
I like
pick
that
a
one.
what's that?
Page it forward.
Yeah,
That's
that's
good.
awesome. Ellie and Tech Guys Book Club, right? It tells you what it is, but it's our book club, so we need it to be inclusive, not ours like me and the Tech Guys, but like ours, right? What was I going to say? Did we pick a date for next month? Oh, you've been sick, George. I'm so sorry. Are you feeling better? Yeah. Oh, Diane, you're reading at least one of each of the Mystery Fest authors. I love that. Oh, it's going to be so fun. If you haven't heard, because it's so crazy to me the way I'm trying not to say crazy, it's so bizarre to me the way that social media works because I feel like sometimes I'm saying the same thing like 20 times. And then I will hear from readers who are like, in fact, I just got an email this morning from a reader who said, I had no idea that you were doing this Mystery Fest in Ashland. Where can I find more information? So if you don't know, this October 20th through 22nd, I, along with Travel Ashland and the Chamber of Commerce and Paddington Station and the entire community of Ashland, we are putting on, oh, look at you. We are
Hey, it
putting on
worked. Woohoo.
the first ever Ashland Mystery Fest. It's going to be a fully immersive weekend. In fact, I just finished today writing the last piece of the interactive mystery that you're going to solve around town. So that's going to be one of the key things that's going on for the whole weekend. If you come to the kickoff event, and I think there are only like maybe 15 tickets left. So if you're on the fence about coming to that event, like get your tickets now. Um, that Friday night kickoff is going to have all 10 authors. So it's me and 9 of my mystery writing friends who will be there for the whole weekend. So that night's going to be music and fun drinks and hors d'oeuvres. You'll get to mingle and meet all of the authors, and then you'll get your first clue that night. But you won't be able to start solving anything until Saturday morning when business is open. You will have until noon on Sunday to see if you are a true Sherlockian or an inner Miss Marple. You'll be going all around Ashland to piece together the clues of this mystery. And this mystery involves a character from Tort who is in harm's way. I will tell you that much. If you're unable to go to the kickoff that night, you can pick up the clue anytime, the first clue at Paddington. But this will be an interactive mystery. So you will have to be going to different spots to find the next clue. So that should be so fun. There's a murder mystery dinner that night, which is already sold out. Oh, there are all the authors. Every time I think about it, then I'm not going to be able to sleep because I get so excited about it. There are haunted walking tours. There's a mysterious pub crawl. There are 2 mystery dinners at Ashland Springs Hotel, which are going to be full course dinners paired with wine, and the sommelier and the chef and authors are going to be there. What else? There are going to be pop-ups all over town, panels at the library. It's going to be a blast, and hopefully it becomes an annual event. I have a long list of authors who are interested in joining us next year. So I'm so excited, and I hope I get to see you in Ashland this year, but if not, maybe in a future year. Lisa, I will post the books on my Facebook page. I'll post the books and I will post a poll so we can vote on some ideas for a name for our book club. The Sherlock and Spook book club. I love it, Sue. That's great.
That's Spock.
um,
It was
I
Spock for
what's that?
sci-fi.
Oh, Spock.
Sherlock and
Oh,
Spock.
sorry. I should have put my glasses on. I see it now. Sorry. I saw something else. Will Jules and Carlos be cooking dinner? That would be amazing, Beth. Yeah, maybe. They could be. We'll have to see. um The tea, yes, there is a tea with me. Oh, that's weird that it's not listed. It's still happening. So I'm glad you mentioned that, April. Yeah, there's a tea on Friday that kind of kicks it off. Paddington Station is also going to do an event early on Friday. So most of like the things officially kick off Friday night, but there are so many businesses who want to get involved, and Paddington has been a huge piece of getting this off the ground. So we're going to do a pop-up Friday morning, which is just mingle, come in. I just learned today too, they're going to be baking in store in the kitchen upstairs. They're going to be baking recipes from the books throughout the weekend. So you'll be able to pop in and get tastes of Tort in real life, which is just incredible to me. Some of our group, Beth and Paula, who both have debut Cozy Mysteries coming out in 2024, they're going to do a special pop-up at Paddington Saturday afternoon where you get to come and meet the debut authors, and they're going to do mocktails and small bites and so much fun. So it's going to be amazing. I cannot wait. But I'm glad you told me about the tea because, oh, is the tea sold out? Maybe I haven't checked that for a little while. So I know that the plan is she's going to do some other teas throughout the weekend too. So maybe she'll be able to add another one, maybe with another author. If it's sold out, I will look at that. I know that a number of the Airbnbs too are going to do some bonus things. Like Abigail's is talking about doing another like little tea with Tara Lush, who's coming all the way from Florida, which is amazing. So yeah, there will be more events added as we continue to get closer and closer to the event. The plot twist or book club is my alibi. Oh, Anna, okay, you're on a roll. I love it. The plot twists. Book club is my alibi is pretty great because, when we were doing our collective story together, we said, I'm only here to establish my alibi. So I'm kind of loving that one a lot. In fact, I got to write that down just for in general because I feel like that needs to be on a sticker. Okay, but I got off topic. Next month for book club, do we have a date, Tech Guy? Ah, look at that. Viewer's choice. You just added that in. So what's that going to be? Tell me more.
it's it's just what it says. So we've been doing these things every other week, and we didn't have an idea. I needed to put something in there to fill it in. So I thought it'd be fun. Let's let everyone else choose. So we'll do a post here, either sometime this week or early next week, and get suggestions from everybody, and then we'll either pick or have people vote on it, and we'll just make that the topic for September 26th. And then October 10th will be
Okay.
the discussion about the books that we're
Beautiful.
reading and the announcement of the next books.
Yes, the November reads. Right? Yeah, because it's October. That's crazy. That's time going by way too fast. So, yeah, and I'm not yelling. I'm just excited. Toward Test Kitchen. Absolutely. Fall beers. That would be fun too. Fall baking. Okay. Okay. Maybe it's baking and beers. That could be fun. We bake with some beers. um, yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. I'm so excited. I am reading so many more mysteries. For a while there, I was in this zone where the way that my writing schedule was lining up, I had to take a break between mysteries. But this summer was like a bounty because of where I was at. If I'm like working on a new manuscript, if I'm writing a first draft, I tend not to read many mysteries just because I don't want that in my head. But if I'm editing and doing other things, which was what I was doing this summer, so I loved just going all in with mysteries. So I think I read like 8 mysteries this summer, and I'm finishing one right now, which I'm also loving. So I will have plenty of options to get us through the end of the year. Um, October 10th is the day before your birthday. Woo! Yay, Lily. We'll have to have a little drink in your honor then, right? um, skip to the end. That's good, Terry. I like that too. Skip to the end. But do you really do it? Because that's murder worthy. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I see how you operate. Um, all right. Well, on that note, I think we have some reading to do. And I'm ready for it. I'm ready for fall. I'm ready for all of the reading. And I'm so glad to have all of you in my life. I'm super excited to get to see some of us in person in Ashland and in St. Louis in October. So it's going to be a great month for that. The Dog Ear Society, stuck in the middle. Oh my gosh. The Baking and Beers Book Club, KG, that's pretty good too. Jill, your birthday's October 15th. So many October birthdays. Okay. Yeah, well, on that note, I hope that you all have a lovely night and happy murderous reading.